Hi, this is Zach with the US Chartbreakers here at Zach's Traders Cafe for Friday, the 22nd of September. Not a great scenario for the S&P with the double-shouldered head and shoulders pattern that we've had in place since the beginning of June, striking and taking this market down to 44.30, which was post-June neckline support. Below 44.30, there's the risk of a move down to the 200-day moving average, 41.80, and that could be seen over the next 2 to 4 weeks or even sooner at the current rate of decline. Worst case scenario, probably down below 4,100, but let's just hope that the September-October bearish combination won't strike too hard or any harder than it has already so far this year. Moving on to the stocks, and obviously these are happier positions because they are the few bullish stocks around. Starting off with Barfresh, and here you can see that the shares have given a gap close buy signal off the back of the gap down that we had last week and the rising 50-day line. $1.80 at the moment, above $1.80, looking for the top of that rising trend channel from the turn of the year, currently pointing as high as $2.80, and we could see that hopefully by the end of next month. You'll also see that there is a trend line there which has been broken around the $2 level as well, so hopefully that will give extra momentum to this situation. Cumulus is next, and here we have a situation where the shares have pushed through both the 50 and 200-day lines around $4.80, above that looking for $7 as soon as the end of next month, after it was basically the second leg to the rally that we had from June through to the end of July. Early sustained price action back below $4.50 and multi-tested support in that area, really delaying the upside scenario for that stock. Moving on to stock which has got quite a lot of mentions here in the recent past. Check cap, and you can see why. We've hit our first target there intraday, around $4.50, above $4.50, looking for as high as $5.30 by the end of next month. Ideally, we see the shares above the old August-September resistance zone at 380, ahead of a move up to 530. Another regular here has been Enveric Biosciences, and here obviously we've tailed off from the big rally that we had back at the end of May, but looks as though the shares are ready for a new leg to the upside. A break of the 50 and 200-day moving averages around $2.50 on an end of day or a weekly close basis could be enough to unleash a move up to $5 plus as soon as the end of next month, in a move that would hopefully echo the late May to June rally that the shares had earlier in the year. Decent situation coming up next in the form of Immix. Here we've had a breakout, and the breakout through a line of resistance there from back at the beginning of the year, in fact the beginning of February to be precise, above $3, looking for the top of that rising trend channel from June last year as high as $4.50 to be hit as soon as the end of next month, backed by the way that the 50 and 200-day lines are both rising together in parallel. Nice looking setup at Journey Medical, and here we've got a V-shaped bull flag, the top of the channel there from back in February up to $3.50, which we're looking for over the next 2 to 4 weeks, let's say by the end of next month, and ideally we stay above $2.50 ahead of $3.50 over the next few weeks. The big picture target here as high as the line I'm just about to draw, which would be up to $4.50, which I suppose could also be hit by the end of next month, but looking for $3.50 at least by that time while we're above $2.50. Stock which has been all over the place in the recent past is coming up next, Murphy Canyon, and here the chart, obviously bit of a heart trace monitor type situation there, but we do have something to go on here. The old resistance from the middle of the week at $16.45, above that on an end of day close basis, looking for a retest of $24 plus. Obviously that's going to be quite a hairy situation given the volatility we've already seen. Powerbridge Technologies is next, and here we've got the chance of a turnaround. First time we've hit the 50-day line for quite some time. We have been there since before the summer. Initial target here, that spike level back in August, so around the $3.60 area, while we're above, or if we can stay above the 50-day line and the $2 level. Next stock is one which has been appearing here quite frequently, and you'll see why on the daily chart, Renovaro. Here we've got a nice V-shaped bull flag breakout. Initial target here was up towards the $4 level. Hopefully we'll see that maybe later in the session or today's session. Above that, above $4, looking for as high as $5.20, and maybe we'll get that by the end of next month, the longer we stay above the $3.60 area, which was recent resistance. On to the last three. First one is SRM, and here the picture of potential W-shaped reversal. We've already had a gap close buy signal, so yesterday closing above the top of that gap there at $1.98, above $1.98, looking to retest the early September resistance at $2.80 over the next week or so. Moving along to a stock which is not so familiar around here, Sonida Senior Living. And here you can see that we've got a rising trend channel base that's been in place since April. Nice turnaround there after the bear trap from below the June support area around $8.20. And the view now is that above the 50-day line, $9.25, looking for $12 as soon as the end of next month, and perhaps even sooner than that. Finishing off with a stock which I think I've covered a couple of times already this week, but here it is again, TradeUp acquisition. The shares gapped up to the top of that falling trend channel almost exactly, so I'm quite proud of that. That was around $20.80. But we're looking for $20 plus. Obviously, we come back there. Potential support there at the Wednesday resistance of $12.25. So maybe if you're interested in trying to catch a falling knife, you would try and target that area as support and then have a stop loss just below that. That's it from me today. More updates over the weekend.